Hunting for a proper fitting mask? Let's help you out. How's it going, dive buddies? It is Kyle here. Welcome back to the Dive Wagon, and today we're going to be talking about how to fit and select a mask. Now, this is the same thing whether you're looking for a snorkeling mask or for a dive mask, so be sure to stick around. So the first thing we're going to look at is fit, and that just kind of makes sense, right? If the mask doesn't fit, then what's the point? Why are you spending all this money on a mask that's not going to work? So before we actually fit the mask to our face, there's a couple things I just want to point out. And the first of which is, if we look at the mask here, you can see this inner lip of the skirt. It is between this inner lip of the skirt and the outer edge of the skirt where the mask is actually going to seal around our face. And this is important to know because we all have different face shapes. Some of us have narrower faces, some of us have wider faces, and that's awesome. There's a mask out there for everybody. But what happens is if the mask is too narrow for your face, it's going to come super close to your eyes. It's going to leak. There's going to be little air pockets in the side there. And it doesn't matter how tight you refit, you're always going to get some sort of leakage, whether it's air or water, coming through the mask. And on the flip side, if the mask is too wide, then it's going to come probably way high up on your forehead, maybe even touch your hair. It won't maybe sit flush on the side of your face, and it's going to come super low on your upper lip. And where it sits on the upper lip is important because we want it to kind of sit right under the nose area, kind of mid upper lip section, because if it sits too low and comes right to the top, or sorry, right to the bottom of your upper lip, the minute you put a regulator in your mouth or you put a snorkel in your mouth, it's going to kind of disrupt that seal. Your lip's going to get pushed up, and it's going to make a nice little section for air or water to sneak in and essentially create a leaking mask scenario. All right, so how do we fit the mask? First, what you're going to do is you're going to grab the mask that you're interested in, and you're going to flip the strap around to the front of the mask. We don't actually need the strap to go onto our head to be able to figure this out. So then tilt your head back and hold the mask up to your face. And by hold, I mean just hold it there. Don't press the mask onto your face at all. Don't push it, just hold it up onto your face. And at this point, sniff in through your nose and we should get a seal. If we don't get a seal, then the mask doesn't work for us. It's probably too narrow or too wide. Now you may be wondering why I'm asking you not to push the mask on your face while you're checking for the seal. And that is pretty simple because you will probably be able to force seal a mask that doesn't actually work for you. And in this example, I have my wife's Mara's X-Vision Liquid Skin Mid Mask, so it's a narrower mask. It shouldn't fit me, it fits my wife perfectly. But when I hold it up to my face and I just sniff in, there's air sneaking in through the mask. I don't think that you'll be able to pick it up on the microphone, but air is sneaking in. I can just continually breathe through my nose and I'm not getting a proper seal. Whereas if I hold the mask up to my face and I force push it, I'll be able to get a seal. I'll think, hey, this mask might work. I'll go out and dive, and the minute I throw it on my head and start diving around with it, I'll realize very quickly that the mask doesn't actually work for me. So just place it on your face and sniff in, and then check the seal around the eyes and make sure that it sits nicely on your upper lip like we mentioned earlier. So after we look at the fit and make sure that a mask fits you, then comes comfort. And these two kind of come hand in hand. If the mask fits you, then typically the mask will also be a comfortable mask, but that's not always the case. There's a couple things to keep in mind, and some of us, two pressure points that we sometimes get are our eyebrows and our noses, and everyone's faces differently, but those tend to be the two common areas where people will find discomfort, and that's just based on everyone's different face shape as well as the masks and how that sit on your face. So if you when you're doing the fitting and you hold that mask up to your face and you're noticing some kind of pain or discomfort on your nose and your eyebrows and stuff like that, you may be able to see on the lens that your eyebrows or your nose are touching the lens. Those are good indicators that if it's discomforting on the surface, it's definitely going to be uncomfortable at depth. So next comes style and color. And hopefully as you've been narrowing down this process, as you've been finding a mask that fits you and a mask that's comfortable, that you've got some masks that have a bunch of different options in terms of style and color. But I just want to put kind of a little disclaimer out there and just something to keep in the back of your head as you're shopping out there for masks. All of us have different face shapes. There's a mask out there for everybody, but fit and comfort should definitely be the most important things that you're looking for when you're shopping for a mask. So you may get to a dive shop or you may go out there looking for a mask and you may find out that there's only one, maybe two styles or like versions of masks that work for you. and that they may not have all of the styles and colors in that particular version that you originally were hoping to get. And I would urge you to not worry about that so much and just focus on the fit and the comfort, and then the style and color should come next. That being said, there are all kinds of different styles, from single lens masks to double lens masks to tinted lenses to non-tinted to frameless to black silicone versus clear silicone to different color silicone, all sorts of different styles out there. And of course, color then comes next, and that's self-explanatory. There are tons and tons of different colors out there. Just find a mask that works for you. At this point, it's all personal preference. So to summarize, you want to see what's out there, you want to make sure that it fits, that it's comfortable, and of course that it's cool, it looks cool, and it shows off who you are. And what works for me probably may not work for you, but if you follow these steps and you go down to your local dive shop and they walk you through this fitting, you do a proper fitting, they're going to help you be able to figure out what mask works for you. And hey, once you do that, then come on back to this video, drop a note in the comment section below what mask you picked up, and let's all check out what kind of gear we're all using. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time, and happy diving.